and welcome back to Book Reviews with Anne. So today we are doing a super cool one. And before you ask, no, I have not seen the show. I have not. But I read the book. If you have not been introduced to the Dresden Files, I had not. I am new. And this is the first book, Stormfront by Jim Butcher. All right, and let's see. Let's find out what awesome things he has to say. So, Harry Dresden, wizard, lost items found, paranormal investigations, consulting advice, reasonable rates, no love potions, endless purses, or other entertainment. Harry Dresden is the best at what he does. Well, technically, he's the only at what he does. So when the Chicago PD has a case that transcends mortal creativity or capability, they come to him for answers. For the everyday world is actually full of strange and magical things, and most of them don't play well with humans. That's where Harry comes in. Takes the wizard to catch, whatever. There's just one problem. Business, to put it mildly, stinks. So when the police bring him in to consult on a grisly double murder committed with black magic, Harry's singing dollar signs. But where there's black magic, there's a black mage behind it. And now that mage knows Harry's name. And that's when things start to get interesting. Magic. It can get a guy killed. So I went through this guy pretty gosh darn fast. I do like sci-fi. I like sci-fi, I like fantasy, romance. I just like books. I just like stuff. I like how I keep trying to advocate for one more than the other. Let's start with this. Let's start with Lusty Meter. I'll say it's about a 4. And the reason I'm saying that is because there are some scenes that I wouldn't want to say it's a 0 and have like a super young kiddo read, because they do have, they do describe some intimate scenes. One that's where they're pretty descriptive. You can get a good image, a good mental image, and I wouldn't want a child to be imaging that like some 9-year-old kiddo. Or I mean, I guess depends on what someone thinks is appropriate. And you get what I'm saying. Some young person to think that it's okay, or some mama. I don't know. Some mama might not want to, be reading that stuff. You don't know. Anyways, so I give it that just because of the description of a couple of scenes, and then the discussion of erotic matters. You can kind of tell what they're talking about. But so maybe a 3, 4, 3.5. How about that? Because it's definitely nowhere near any of my romance novels. Doesn't have any of that. Disclaimer, obviously it's got sci-fi, and you can tell there's like black magic. So there's black magic, gore, a little bit of battles, a little bit of death. And, like I said, a little bit of sex. So that's the disclaimer I would give in there. If any of those things disturb you, I might wonder why you would be reading fantasy, honestly. Because, they're usually going to be on adventures and things are going to die. So this guy I got for free because I went to Thrift Books and I had bought enough books that I got it for free. And I actually got this for my partner because he enjoys writing and he loves D&D. And so I thought this would be a fun one. I read reviews and he wanted to read it, but he took too long, so I stole it and I read it. And I like it. I think that it's a good read. So I got it for free. And I kind of did that out of order, sorry. So I like the book. What do I like about the book? I love the adventure. I feel like it's very much, what's that? Is that called noir? I think it's noir, where it's like the PI is like in a black and white movie, very like Jessica Rabbit, where he's got to try to find her, like solve the crime. And you would think that he was charming, but I think that what they throw in there, at least what I took from reading it, is he felt very much like a nerd. Like if a nerd had grown up and he happened to be a mage, and he would go out there and sell his services because that's what he does and he's a good person, but he just isn't suave. In the movies, where it's like PI, they would have like a smooth to them where, like there's at least some like dame that's like, oh, he does not have that. I'm pretty sure he pisses off everybody that he comes in contact with. And I'm like, wow, you could have kind of handled that better. He still tries to be like an old school gentleman, but I think he kind of misses the mark quite often, because he is so awkward. I mean, I feel like some general empathy, might help him better, but he just kind of is stuck silent. He does not talk a lot. He's a man of few words, and he's trying his best. And so he definitely gets his butt kicked a lot. I would not say that he is I would say he's a hero, but I wouldn't say that he's really good at it. He's very good at staying alive, I think is what he's good at. He kind of reminds me, like anytime I see the underdog of Naruto in the first season, if you watched anime, he was just really good at not dying. He got his butt kicked just a lot. So I'm curious, because I think that I saw on Thrift Books when I went to buy the second one today, I think I saw that it goes all the way up to like book 13. So I would really hope by book 13 that he has learned to not die a little better, because I feel like in reality, if there's 12 books of this, then luck would run out and he would eventually die, because he skimmed by like the skin of his teeth. He was not doing super well. So that's what I liked about it. What I didn't like is I think that sometimes, in the narrator voice, I would kind of get pulled out of the story a bit, because it seemed very like matter of fact and basic. I don't know. I was trying to talk to my partner and really kind of understand what it was in the writing that I was having trouble with. I think it was maybe just that it was very, he put on his shoes, or, like he walked out the door, and there was no like embellishment sometimes, but there was other times that I would be, like I said, I finished the book in 24 hours. So obviously it was a good story. It definitely pulled me in, but I just think that there were some parts where, and that's definitely nitpicking. It's totally nitpicking. There wasn't really anything that I didn't like about the book. I found myself in the situation where I'm looking at what he's doing, and I think I would make some of the same choices, because it seemed like he didn't have a choice. Which I think my partner doesn't like when books do that, and I do, because then I can relate. I'd be like, I'm not sure what else I would do in that situation. So I really, really liked the Dresden Files book 1. It was a fun, quick read, and I liked that they kept the world as is. It reminded me very much, what is her name? Kim Harrison. I think I read one of her books a long time ago. Something about the witching hour, maybe. I don't know, very long time ago. And I very much enjoyed it. I think this is very similar. I believe. Like I said, it's been years since I've read that one. So now I'm going to have to go get that book so I can compare them and see which one, if they're actually closer. Maybe someone's read it recently and they're going to be like, wait, they were way differently. But so in this one, just they had the magic realm just kind of tied into the human realm. So I liked it. I would definitely give it a sticker. And now I can say I got it for free from Thrift Books, because I got enough points. And obviously I got the second one is on its way from there as well. Sorry, Dwayne. Yeah, I totally ordered that. My bad. Sorry. It was only $4. So, and of course I had to order another one, because then I would have had to pay shipping. So I had to get enough for $10. That's all I'm saying. So if you go on Thrift Books, you can get the paperback, the pocketbook version, anywhere between $3.99 all the way up to like $10. I saw one that was ridiculous. It was like $503. I think that was definitely an error, but please don't pay that much unless you were a huge collector and you really want to pay $500, which I wouldn't understand, but to each his own. No judgment here. On Amazon, which might be the better way to go if you like reading online, because you can get this guy for $1.50 on Amazon's Kindle right now, which is super awesome. You can get the hardback for $26 on Amazon and the paperback for $7.99, and in Barnes & Noble you can get it for $9.99. So that's all the places that, well, I guess like 3 places that you can get. Also, always check out your local like used bookstore, because those are super fantastic, and you might be able to get it cheaper there. So that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would like. As I said, I will try to get, as I said in my last video, I will try to get better at getting these out on a time frame where it's like once a week so you kind of know what's coming rather than hit and miss. If there's any books that you'd like me to do, please let me know. And I will definitely read any books always. I love books for sure. And or if there's any questions or comments about any of the books that I've done or about the Dresden Files, I would love to answer it. And so just shoot me a message if you like. Other than that, don't forget to stay awkward and read as much as you can and as often. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And if you celebrate, happy Easter.